After 37 hours of gaming from the 1st of April to now, I can safely say that I have finished Outriders. And I have to say the game is lovely. Very lovely. Now, Outriders is a game made by People Can Fly. I believe they are the same guys who made Bulletstorm. Yeah, Bulletstorm. Published by Square Enix, obviously. And yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful game. It's a third-person shooter with elements of Division, Destiny, and Gears of War. That's the best way I can explain it. The way the game plays, the way the game feels, the way the game looks. It feels like they borrowed ideas from obviously different games. But I don't think I've seen a game mesh the ideas so uniquely together and still be its own thing, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing in this day and age, really, for being honest with you. It's how do I even start? Okay, let's start about the story. The story of the game is not the best out there, but it's I don't want to say it's generic, but it's in its own way it's unique, right? You are an Outrider, you come from Earth with a few other what do you call them? Earthlings? And the idea really is to colonize the new planet, a place to live after Earth has been destroyed and stuff. But on the new planet, things are not what it seems, and it's a whole mystery, whodunit kind of situation of figuring out what happened to the world and whatnot. And within the first 5 to 10 minutes, you get infected with a virus of sorts, you get put in cryo, and then the game fast forwards 30 years later when you get brought out of cryo. And so much has happened since then, and obviously, as your character, you're gonna have to figure out what's going on. The way the game plays is very, I won't say linear. The story is linear, really, because it's not one of the ones where you get to make the choices of what's going to happen in the game. But so much happens in the story, in the side stories, in the monster hunts, in the wanted posters, and it's just a very, very full game. I guess the best I can explain it. It's a lot of little things in the game that just work. But yeah, the story, I just said, is vague, and I think it's vague for a reason, because I would say that you need to find someone, you need to actually play it. If you can't play it, then find someone who's done a walkthrough and obviously watch what they're doing. I plan to do a walkthrough eventually and just go from the beginning of the game to the end. But yeah, it's I said the story is not the best out there, but it's nice. I really enjoy that. And then okay, so let's talk about gameplay then. The gameplay for the game, like I said, is third-person shooter in the same vein of Gears of War, Destiny, and Division. So obviously you can take cover behind walls, behind little barriers. You got abilities like Destiny, you got skills, and obviously depending on the way you choose to play, it sort of marks the way the game plays out for you. The abilities in this game, there are 4 abilities, I believe, and the abilities are Devastator, Pyromancer, Technomancer, and Trickster. Which is weird, because I feel like the Trickster could have been a Mancer somewhere or something of the sorts, but I will take it. Trickster is more timey-wimey. They can teleport, they can use anomaly charges, gravity distortion and stuff. Devastator is more like the tanky class, earth-based sort of. Pyromancer is fire-based abilities, and Technomancer is more gadgets and freezing abilities. For my playthrough, I was a Pyromancer, so I maxed out that tree, but I plan to play a lot more on the different classes. But yeah, the abilities recharge very fast. Based on how you do your loadout for weapons and gear, you can speed up or slow down the abilities. You can have abilities double up. And as I said, the customization options, for lack of a better word, the customization options were just done so well that everyone can create a unique build for what they want to play. And I think that's probably the best thing about the game, is that there's just so much care, I guess, in crafting how the game's gonna play for you. If not just the skills, then talking about the class abilities and unlocking different class trees to see what you want to do with it. But yeah, I feel like I'm just going around in circles, but yeah, the game is excellent. I love it. The 37 hours passed really quick, and I was hoping to do more in it. The game even has some end game activities that you can do. Excuse me. The end game activities actually start from the end of the game, because at the end of the game something happens that sort of unlocks the activities, and it's not like raids. It's not like Destiny raids or Division strongholds. Is that what it's called? Strongholds? I can't remember. But it's within the same vein, really. It's called expeditions, and I guess it's where you take expeditions to retrieve some stuff in the wild, and the difficulty of the game changes. Speaking of difficulty, actually, before I forget, one of the best things about this game is the difficulty of the game, and I say that not as that the game is like Dark Souls. It's not needlessly difficult from the beginning, but the more you play and the better you are, the more the difficulty ramps up, sort of to fit the scene. So when you start, the game is broken into world tiers, and there are 15 world tiers. So when you start from world tier 1, the more you play, as I said, the better you get. The more there's a little bar on top of the screen, which is your world tier, which begins to fill up, and the better you are, the more it fills up until you get to your next world tier, and that's literally how the difficulty is scaled up. So yeah, if you're getting the hang of it, if your build is doing great, if you're doing amazing, the water starts to ramp up to give you more of a challenge. And one of the best things about this is it's not permanent, so you can actually drop down world tiers if you feel like certain stages are too difficult for you, which is obviously a nice bonus, because then it means that you're not locked into difficulty levels. But yeah, I personally love that, because it meant that there was no point in time where I felt like I couldn't really enjoy difficulty or like enjoy the challenges that the game was trying to give me. And if you got too challenging, obviously just drop down 1 or 2 tiers, finish the mission, and then go back to your tier and whatnot. And once you unlock a tier, it's permanently unlocked, and then you get rewards for unlocking tiers. And yeah, it's I love the game. I guess that's the only way I can explain it. It's the game has a lot of good things going for it. And there was no point in time where I felt like I wasn't going to enjoy what the game was offering. So yeah, I think it's a great game. I think of all the third-person shooters that have come out in recent, this is probably going to be my second favorite, just behind Destiny. Well, Destiny is not third-person shooter, but this is looking like it's going to end up being a staple game for me. Well, streaming and probably YouTubing, but we'll see. Now, with all the good things said, we need to talk about the bad. The only real bad that I have right now, and I've been playing, as I said, I've been playing for 37 hours, and I've been trying to look at what else could be a problem. But honest to God, the only real problem that I've gotten so far is the network. The game is always online, which means that you can't play the game offline, which for some already is a no-no. For me, I don't mind so much as long as the connection is stable, but the connection for Outriders hasn't been stable since launch day till now. Not only is the game experiencing severe disconnects, crossplay between PC and console is broken, normal play between friends on my friend list is broken. Sometimes I can't even see them show up on my who's online list, and it gets very frustrating sometimes. Yesterday, for instance, yesterday as of recording this video and stuff, me and the people that I were playing with, we had like 3 disconnects each, which made it hard to enjoy the game, because it meant that every time we were getting into an interesting section, one of us would have a connection break, the game would crash, and would have to start a stage all over again. And this kept happening in and out, and for anyone who's streaming the game, they can probably attest to this. It's interrupted streams. It's bad. The game would try to authenticate you and then just get stuck on the sign-in screen, or not authenticate you at all, or not connect to the servers, and it's just a lot of connection problems. Which, if not for the fact that the game is good, and I say this obviously as a subjective opinion, if not for the fact that the game is good, the disconnects would have turned me off Outriders completely. But I guess this is a testament for how fun the game is, because the game is genuinely very, very much fun. And I say that as someone who played the demo on PC and console. I ended up getting the game on console. And for anyone who wants to test out the game out there, the demo is out on most platforms, so you can literally just get the demo and test out for yourself and see how you feel about it. Demo is out. Last I checked, the demo is out indefinitely, so you can enjoy them for as long as you want. It caps out at level 7, I think. But yeah. Apart from connection problems, I think the game is great. So that's the only negative I have. I've been trying to look for any more, but yeah, right now that's the only negative I have. Connection problems aside, I think the game's wonderful. I don't think it's the best game out there. I still think some games are better than it, but so far I would give this a solid 9. A solid 9. A solid 9. A solid 9. But yeah, that's it. I don't think I have got any game coming out that I want to review. I might do a few more videos on Outriders first, but yeah, see you guys later. Bye.